Hey there, everybody. Jessica Carter here.
With Matt Carter.
And today we're going to be talking about Grey's Anatomy. So there's some news that's out there now that Camilla Luddington is pregnant. And we've been getting a lot of questions about what that means for the show, if they're going to be including her pregnancy into the story. So we're going to do our best to sort of go through some of that, what that could mean. These are just our theories. They haven't said anything yet about it. But if you do like this video, give us a like, subscribe, ring the bell. We're going to have lots more Grey's news coming up. So first, we're going to say congratulations to Camilla. This is really good news.
Absolutely.
We wish you all the best. Happy, healthy pregnancy, happy, healthy baby. So,
Grey's Anatomy has like the largest collection of just like babies around their set at all times because there's so many families. Like if you're going to work on a show and be a parent, it feels like Grey's is like number one on the list.
yeah, and it seems like they're very good about pregnancy and sort of how to work around it or work with it, with the show and stuff like that. So here's my theory. Are they going to bring her pregnancy into the show, and is Jo going to be pregnant? Now, I've seen a lot of people sort of like saying, oh, I low-key kind of want this to happen because of what just happened with Alex leaving her to be with Izzy, who has two of her children, and then if Jo ends up having his child as well, then, ha ha ha, Alex, you lost out kind of thing. Which is not where I want it to go. I would like Jo to be able to heal and move forward, and I think we all kind of want that as well.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, so I was just going to say, so I think that is not where they're going. My feeling is because she just announced it, typically people like to announce their pregnancies when they're already past the first trimester, which is kind of around the time that they want to be able to start telling people and celebrating that sort of stuff. So if that's the case, then she would maybe be about 3 or 4 months pregnant. That would mean then that she would be giving birth in either August or September. So it would be around either the beginning or middle of, sort of the beginning stages of filming. Mm-hmm. So I feel that they do not have to add this into the story, and that they will be able to do a little bit of magic where they maybe don't include her in some of the beginning episodes or work around some of the episodes. I don't think that they have to include this.
Let me just say first and foremost about this, the idea of them including a Jo pregnancy in this story. I could not be more out on this. Like, I am so out on the idea. And it's not because I don't like pregnancy stories or anything like that. We already have one with Amelia right now. We've had one with Teddy recently.
And we just had what happened with Bailey. There is a lot of different pregnancy stories that are going on.
Yeah, I don't think Grey's needs a million pregnancy stories in every single direction. And I also don't think you need to basically put the Alex character in a position where people are going to hate him even more, because we already know that Alex is not coming back because Justin Chambers is not coming back. So just don't do that to Alex. And I'm sure production-wise for Camilla as a performer, it may be easier to just, not have to use a bag or various things to hide her pregnancy in certain scenes, as a lot of other performers have done over time. But I think at the same time, for the sake of the story, I think it would be difficult to include it without further assassinating a character that I think people already feel like is subject to a lot of character assassination already.
Yeah, and my other worry then is, how would Jo then really be dealing with this? Because if Jo is pregnant, then is she not going to tell Alex? And we're going to have another situation where we just had with Izzy, where she had his children for 5 years and did not tell him, which is really bad in my opinion. So I don't want to now see Jo's character do the exact same thing to him and be like, well, you ran off with Izzy, so now I'm going to have this kid and I'm not going to tell you, because that's just, don't do that. So if we then ended up in a situation where Jo decides to tell him and sends him a letter or gives him a voicemail, whatever it is, and he just doesn't come back, then that just undoes that story as well. Because if he's so, oh, she has my kids, and because, if it was just you guys and neither one of you had my kids, I still would have stayed with you. But because Izzy has my kids, bye. If Joe has his kid too, and he doesn't come back for any reason, not even to just, they don't have to be together for him to be a good dad. I've said that before, even about Izzy. He doesn't need to be with Izzy to be a good dad. If he doesn't come back at all and is like, oh, well, too bad for your kid, but I'm going to be over here with these kids, that doesn't make any sense either.
I think really the most important thing is, let's just put Jo in a position where she can find happiness for herself. She can recover from what she's going through and not throw additional hurdles her way when she already has pretty big hurdles that she has to overcome in the first place. And I think for the rest of this season, we could see her kind of on a journey of finding that where she goes through highs and lows. And I think we were both sort of critical of how much Grace tried to just get her through the Alex stuff on this past episode, but maybe it is a roller coaster. Maybe there are ups and downs. Maybe she's high one episode and low one next episode.
I'm really hoping that that is the truth, because this past episode where they felt like they gave her a week to feel a little bit of anger and sleep on Link's couch, like that was it. And then all of a sudden she's like, go after Amelia and fix things and I'm A-okay, even though he just threw me in the trash bag, was very strange. There was no real reaction, no moment of sort of just letting it all out or having a voice, leaving an angry message, writing an angry letter, like nothing there. So I am hoping that there will be just a couple. I don't need to see this drag out and her be miserable for episode after episode, but there needed to be some kind of reaction where she let it out, the anger, the sadness, whatever it is, so that then we can all just take a collective deep breath and move forward together, where it feels like she dealt with it, and right now it feels like she did not deal with it and she's burying it.
I mean, ultimately, we will see what they decide to do. I mean, there are further, of course, question marks because of production shutting down this week, and so that's all kind of another part of this where there's other questions to wonder, and those are questions that, of course, and I don't even think production has an answer to those right now, so we're all just kind of in limbo. But I think the important thing to note here when it does come to production for the upcoming season and whatnot is, I don't think a show out there is better at being accommodating than Grey's Anatomy, because Katerina Scorsone has been pregnant. They have written around everything in her real life really spectacularly this season. I mean, Jesse Williams has been prepping Broadway, and they've sort of worked around that. They've worked around pregnancies and other life events time and time again. I think they will find a way to work it out so that Camilla has all the time she needs, and then she can still come back at her schedule and be Jo and continue to move that story forward. And as mad as I am about how they wrote out Alex, and I think we have established how mad I am about that, I am glad that they did not write out Jo and suddenly be like, okay, Camilla, because you are the love interest, you don't have a job anymore either. That would have really sucked.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I obviously didn't want to see the Jo character also have to leave, but it is now sort of this, because they decided to sort of like gloss over what happened, and I don't think that they actually are going to be going on a roller coaster as much as I'd like a little bit of it, but I don't think it's happening. We all kind of just have to move forward now. I'm interested to see where they're going to go with her story, because her road is wide open right now. There's sort of no love interests on the horizon. We were all kind of worried a little bit that they were going to try to hook her up with Link. I don't think anybody really wanted that. And luckily, Link has gone back and has professed his love for Amelia, and they're working things out, which is what I was hoping for. But her road is really open. Like, going forward in her career, going forward with herself, some of her other interests. There's a lot of stuff open for her, and hopefully being pregnant with Alex's baby is not one of them. Please do not bring this in. I'm not a fan.
I just hope that we have opportunities to sort of reset a lot of stories. Some of them have been going on for a long time. I mean, we've already talked about the stuff with Teddy and Owen that needs to still be addressed, but hopefully we'll kind of get some new, fresh stuff in through however much we have left this season and then moving into next.
And hopefully they will fix what they're doing with DeLuca, because...
Oh boy. Yeah, we will have... We'll have some... Maybe we can come up with some ideas for this over the next few weeks.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a mess. But anyway, let us know what you think about this video and how you want Joe's future to be written in the comments. And if you did enjoy this discussion, give us a like, subscribe, and you can support us further by checking that link in the description to the store. And we'll see you here next time.